What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, where today we are going to be taking a look at the rebuild of the New England Patriots. You might always be kind of shocked, like, why are they doing the Patriots? They win the Super Bowl every year. Well, the thing is after a year, two tops in Madden, Tom Brady retires, and this team goes to hell in a handbasket. There's a phrase I guarantee you didn't think you're going to hear today unless you were going to visit your grandparents. But it is true. When you look at this roster, they are incredibly old. You have Tom Brady, who's 42. There's a 50-50 chance he retires after year one. You got the wide receiver, the best wide receiver, Julian Edelman's 33. Their second best wide receiver, in Josh Gordon, can't stay off the weed. You got Demaryius Thomas. I don't know how he's still pulling 82 overall, but look, he's still in his 30s. So you look at their best tight end. Oh, he's 38. There's no more Gronkowski. You look at the offensive line. Cannon pretty much get a move on from him. You look at the defensive line. Michael Bennett's 33, so you have to get an immediate replacement. No young D tackle really that you can develop. I mean, maybe Danny Sheldon, maybe. I mean, the Browns couldn't do it. We might be able to do something here. Linebacking core for the most part. Hightower's almost 30. Van Noy's almost 30. Like, they're just every position. Look at the secondary. Gilmore's 28. That's not a terrible rating, but McCourty's 32. Gotta have to, put in a Jones, J.C. Jackson, Joanne Williams, someone like that sooner than later. Free safety. Oh, Devin McCourty's 32. Patrick Chung is 32. So this is a team that within 2 years, you need a complete rebuild. So that is why we are going to be taking over the New England Patriots, and especially at the quarterback spot. I mean, Stidham, in terms of preseason, you look all right in their first preseason game. We're bringing it to you right after the first games are finished. Hoyer and Stidham both look good, but Stidham's only 57. He has normal dev trait, probably and most likely gonna have to draft a quarterback. And the good news is that as of recording this, I at least have my 2020 draft class ready to utilize in our realistic rebuilds. I'll have 2021 ready 100% for the next rebuild, which will be coming hopefully to you guys on Wednesday. So that being said, I mean, that's the full roster preview. Very old. We could very well win the Super Bowl year one, which would be awesome because that takes all the pressure off for the remainder of the rebuild. This is going to be a very tough. I guess, you know what? We didn't even look at the young guys. What are the positives of this roster? You got Sony Michel. He's 24, star dev, 84 overall. He should develop very, very nicely. James White's only 27. I mean, it feels like he's been around forever, but 27 is not a terrible age. That's a nice two-headed backfield there. You got Damian Harris from Alabama, the rookie. 69, he should develop into a nice piece. At wide receiver, you got the Canadian icon himself. No, not myself, but N'Keal Harry. We're going to get him snaps right away. He's going to start. Dorsett's not bad given the age, but N'Keal Harry is the big upside wide receiver. Hidden dev trait as well, so we want to make sure we get him his snaps. Not much at tight end. Offensive line, there are some good young pieces. Isaiah Wynn is a 73 star, so he should definitely develop into a franchise tackle. Tooney, 84. He's 26. Not an amazing age for rebuild. 26, we can work with that. Andrews, 27, we can work with that. Shaq Mason's 26, we can work with that. So the offensive line is mostly built, which is good. On the defensive side, you got Chase Vinovich, 69, hidden dev trait, so we actually will probably give him the start over Dietrich Wise so we can unlock that and get him developing right away. In the inside, not much there. At linebacker, not a lot of youth. Jawan Bentley is a 74. We probably have him as a piece going forward. Other than that, though, going to need to pretty much replenish the linebacking core. In the secondary, like I said, Gilmore's 28. He should hold on to his rating fairly well. And then beyond that, between Jonathan Jones, J.C. Jackson, and Joanne Williams, I hope we can develop our secondary. Not that we don't want to draft anyone. Free safety, you got Duke Dawson. I mean, there's some Florida Gator bias in there. Maybe we can develop him, maybe not. Strong safety, you've already seen Obi Melifon will go off in a rebuild. The Lions rebuild, we moved him to linebacker. I'm going to keep him at strong safety, and maybe if Chung retires after 1 year, we can have Melifon who start, or we still have Harmon there as well. So there is, top to bottom, lots of talent here on this Patriots roster, but definitely a top rebuild team. How are we going to handle post-Tom Brady? Well, we're going to find out. Let's go. So at the midway point of year one, Belichick's going with the stay in the dark, no lights on approach. But we are 8-1 as we get ready for this Week 11 matchup against Philly, which in real life might go to this game. If I go to a game this year, this could be the game I want to go to. Hopefully the Eagles aren't 5-4 at this point, but we are running away here with the AFC East 8-1. Surprise, surprise! The most shocking thing we probably thought for this whole episode is that the Patriots would be 8-1 and the Dolphins would be 1-8. That is absolutely shocking. Look at that contract. So we got Tom Brady wants a 1-year deal, 1 year, $37 million. I mean, we're going to keep giving Brady contracts until he retires. Beyond that, Devin McCourty, if he'll still take a 1-year deal, even if he regresses, he'll still probably be at least an 85, so we'll come back to the table there. Joe Tooney's going to be an integral part of our offensive line going forward, so we'll get him locked up. Well, looking beyond that, we do like Obi Melifonwu. We know that he can bring to the team, even if we move him at linebacker. I'd rather get Melifonwu than Roberts. I feel like they both can be the same type of player. Danny Shelton at 26. I mean, almost $4 million for 1 year for Shelton's kind of expensive, and he wants more money, and we're getting a little bit tight on the budget here. I'm thinking for right now, this is where we're going to sit. We're going to wait and see what Josh Gordon's stat line looks like. We'll come back to the table for Devin McCourty, and we'll have some big decisions to make come the final negotiating period before the offseason starts. So even though we had a annoying Week 17 loss, 31-26 to the bottom dweller Miami Dolphins, we won the division 12-4. Shocked. The Patriots won the AFCs with Tom Brady at quarterback. Brady was outstanding. Was that first in the league? Fourth. Top 5 season from Tom Brady, 4,500 passing yards, 40 touchdowns to 9 picks. If 40 touchdowns was fourth, let's look at this. I want to see just the landscape here. Aaron Rodgers, Cam Newton's not cursed anymore? I mean, I know we said we're going to wait for the patch to come in to fix the scrambling quarterbacks. Maybe we don't even need that if Cam Newton's slanging the rock like that. God damn. Run the ball just 3 yards shy of breaking 1,000 yards with Sony Michel, 10 touchdowns. James White was okay. Receiving 81 catches, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns for the rookie N'Keal Harry. 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns for Ben Watson. Pretty much picking where Gronkowski left off. 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns for Julian Edelman. Josh Gordon, a little bit disappointing seeing Dorsett putting up those numbers, but it is what it is. And we didn't really offer Josh Gordon a new contract, so it's not like we're out a lot of money. On the defensive side of the ball, Jawan Bentley led the team with 97 tackles, 8 TFLs, 3 sacks, and a pick. Van Noy, who actually decided to re-sign, 86 tackles, 15 TFLs, 3 sacks, 3 picks. That is big-time production. 11.5 sacks, 16 TFLs from Michael Bennett. That was a tremendous pickup from the Patriots. 15 TFLs, 10 sacks from Hightower. Guy had 6 sacks. Chase Vinovich, I would expect a little bit more, but that's still not terrible for a rookie season. 3 picks, Van Noy. Probably want more interceptions for sure in the secondary. Year of the awards, Aaron Rodgers won the MVP. Tom Brady was a runner-up. Coach of the year went to Anthony Lynn. Belichick is a runner-up. AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Tom Brady. Defensive Player of the Year went to Matt Milano. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to N'Keal Harry. Phenomenal. Hey, Jared Stidham coming in there. And Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Ed Oliver. Not surprised, Ed Oliver is an absolute monster. So we have a first-round bye because that's what the Patriots do. It's pretty much automatic. And in the first round, we are going to be taking on the 9-7 Browns, a team that we already beat during the regular season. Am I worried? Am I phased? Absolutely not. Brady's going to get the job done. All right. Let's go, Mr. Thomas Brady. All right, we're down 8-0. We could battle back from 15-0. Come on, we got Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady's not going to get shut out by the Cleveland Browns in the playoffs. So we get a touchdown here as the Patriots are losing 25-7. Down 15 in the second half. Clearly, the Browns are not going to beat the Patriots, okay? In no way, shape, or form can the Browns beat the Patriots. This is a young team, okay? Oh, we're not going to win. We're not going to win this game. What is going on? We have Tom Brady, and we lost to the Browns. That's how you know the Browns are too overpowered. They are the overpowered cheese team. The Browns and the Cowboys are the 2 OP cheese teams. Brady was okay. 330, 2 touchdowns, no picks. The running game was non-existent. N'Keal Harry had a nice performance. A couple sacks, Hightower guy. 2 picks, J.C. Jackson, Stephon Gilmore. But the Browns, just too overpowered. So as we get into the offseason, it happened. Brady retired. Brady retired. Julian Edelman retired. We have 1 wide receiver. What? We have 1 wide receiver on our roster. I did not expect in one offseason to lose Brady and Julian Edelman. I know. And Watson. Got 1,000 yards, double-digit touchdowns. I know the Browns are overpowered. I know they made the Browns too good. I know the Browns in real life are never going to live up to the expectations of how good they are in Madden. I know all those things, but not enough to make y'all retire. And we couldn't bring back Devin McCourty. He wanted more money. I wasn't going to franchise tag him at like $13 million. So this is our transitionary year. Very quick, and we weren't nearly bad enough to get a really good quarterback in the draft. So that's awesome. Looking at free agents here at quarterback. I mean, we could bring back Jacoby. We already know that that's going to be cheese, right? Jacoby Brissett going to the Saints. Do we stop that right away and just bring him to our team? I don't know. We'll have to think about it. So for free agency, I'm going to go against getting Jacoby Brissett. We're going to spend our money elsewhere. So we're going to get Dante Fowler. If we can sign him, we're actually going to move him to defensive end. He'll be our cover for Michael Bennett. Trent Taylor might as well replace Julian Edelman with a really good slot wide receiver. He somehow, some way developed into a star dev with the 49ers, so that is a big plus for us. Hollywood Higgins will be our third wide receiver. Barris will be our fourth. And then getting another Canadian on the roster. Worked out well with N'Keal Harry. We'll look at Christian Covington, who also was a star dev. He'll come in and play D tackle. So we had to move up. The best, highest value pick we could get was the 4th overall pick in the draft from the Arizona Cardinals. They definitely don't need a quarterback. So we sent them our 2020 first, 2021 first, as well as starting D tackle Lawrence Guy to get that 4th overall pick. Hopefully to have our choice at one of the big 3 quarterbacks in Jake Fromm, Tua Tagovailoa, and Justin Herbert. All right, coming to you live. I think we should have a clear shot at our quarterback, as the Dolphins, Redskins, Vikings all don't need one. Let's just make sure. So first overall went Chase Young, defensive end out of Ohio State. Second overall, I mean, they have Dwayne Haskins. They got Grant Delpit, safety out of LSU. Third overall, the Minnesota Vikings select Andrew Thomas, the tackle from Georgia, which clears the way for us to get whatever quarterback we want, be it Herbert, be it Tua, be it Jake Fromm. I feel, it could just be me, I feel like for the system that the Patriots run, I think, in knowing their ties without, like, Justin Herbert, if I'm personally picking, I'm going Justin Herbert. He's been my QB1. His stats look really good. But for the Patriots, who have very, very strong ties with Alabama, I think push comes to shove. If you gave New England the option of Herbert and Tua, they're going to go Tua every day of the week. So that will be our selection. At pick 4, giving up 2 first-rounders, the New England Patriots, as the heir to Tom Brady, are going to select Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback from Alabama. 73 with a star dev. He flexes. I think that means he at least has a superstar, which would be phenomenal. 84 throw power, 80 deep, 80 short, 80 play action, 80 under pressure, 71 awareness. He's a good athlete. He can move. 77 speed, 80 acceleration. Okay, there you go. We got our QB. So getting a draft recap, very good draft here from the Patriots. Again, these draft classes have been scaled correctly to match the ratings curve that we get in Madden 20. So again, with the rule of thumb, anything above 65 is a good pick. We've had a competitive draft. 7th round, Kazakhs. 6th round, 62s. You can do a lot worse. 4th round, we got Levante Taylor from Florida State. We got 4th round, Matt Bushman, the tight end from BYU. Very athletic receiver type. BYU, not known for producing, big-time playmakers, but honestly, he might have an opportunity to start. I like his skill set, 81 speed, 83 acceleration, 74 catching. 3rd round, we got Ezra Cleveland, talented tackle from Boise State, hidden dev trait. I think we could probably say that he's going to be groomed to take over for Marcus Cannon whenever he retires, which could be any goddamn moment. 2nd round, we got Jabari Zuniga, the edge rusher from Florida. Great scheme fit here for the Patriots. A little bit of a reach, but I knew he was going to come in and be a fit. And much like Cleveland, I think someone like Zuniga can sit behind Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett probably has a year left and develop and be ready to take over year 3. And obviously, we saw the big-time selection of Tua Tagovailoa. So as we get ready for year 2, here's how our team is shaping up with drastic change at wide receiver and quarterback. Tua Tagovailoa will be our starter. N'Keal Harry's up to a superstar 84. We got Trent Taylor taking over for Julian Edelman. Hollywood Higgins will be our third wide receiver. Actually, will be Harry and Higgins on the outside with Trent Taylor in the slot. Running back still very solid in Michelle and James White. Wynn is developing very nicely. Our offensive line is super legit. Only weak link could be considered Marcus Cannon's age, and luckily enough, we got a at least star dev tackle rookie and Ezra Cleveland out of Boise State to take over. We're going Bushman at tight end. Could be a little bit of a gamble. Hopefully it does pan out and him and Tua can get on the same page chemistry-wise. Defensively, this is where it gets a little crazy. We're going undersized on the front with Chase Vinovich, Bennett, and Zuniga. Our secondary looks like it's fairly good. Again, it's a defense that is very much in transition, and we're going to need Bill Belichick with all of his defensive wisdom to help this team develop. I mean, J.C. Jackson should develop into the 80s. Joejuan Williams is developing fairly quick. We need Vinovich, star dev, him to get up into the 80s. And, we did make a little bit of a mistake gambling. I mean, Bennett, if this was a 4-3, we could probably get by. Bennett's like, almost 280. Wise, 270s. You could get by with that. Still really small. But at least for Madden's sake, we'll rock with that as a very small front. Yeah, it's going to be... we're going to need Tua to get 40 times. We're probably going to have to outscore a lot of teams this season to get some success. So at the halfway of year 2, the Tua era, we're 5-3, which is a pretty good start, all things considered. More so on the defensive side. So we're tops of the AFC East, looking for that second AFC East title. Look at that contracts. What do we got? So we got James White. Now, okay, we'll save James White. I'll get to James White. You don't really need 2 running backs. We definitely want David Andrews to come back. We'll give him a new contract. We don't have really anyone to replace Dante Hightower right now. Given how much salary cap we have, we're going to spend a little bit of money here. Definitely want J.C. Jackson. He's developing nicely. These guys, Bennett's going to be super old. Like, he's going to be mid-70s. McCourty, mid-70s. Yeah, it's just super old teams. Just too damn old. Okay, so my argument, because we have actually a lot of money, I'll bring back James White because he's a great receiving back. But in reality, probably could rock and roll with Sony Michel and wouldn't need to get James White, but we'll get him, and we'll come back and give David Andrews a new offer because we still need him to anchor our offensive line. Year 2 has come to conclusion. 10-6 for the Patriots. Good enough to win our second straight AFC East title, but we have to go through the wild card, which, I mean, when was the last time you heard wild card playoff round and Gillette State? Never. Look at how well our team has developed before we look at the stats. Very good. Tua Tagovailoa, 85, superstar dev. I will say we got Cleveland, who was developing like a beast behind Marcus Cannon. We gave him a start. Bushman, so he was just normal dev. We got one. He had 2 scenarios pop up throughout the season. One of them popped up. We achieved it. So I assume that got him into a star, even though it looks glitched out. Then we had a second one the next week after. So there was a chance we could have got Bushman up to his superstar dev trait. We fell just short, but he went from what? Almost plus 10 throughout the season. Tight ends in this scheme eat. They absolutely eat. We did get a superstar dev trait for Chase Vinovich. I think that was actually only 2 weeks ago. He made the Pro Bowl, and it was right there. So yeah, week 14, we got him a superstar dev. So that was huge. Zuniga developed nicely. J.C. Jackson's into the 80s. So, I mean, we had some good growth on a team that I was kind of uncertain about how well we were going to actually play. Tua Tagovailoa as a rookie, just shattering every rookie record pretty much. 4,500 passing yards, 36 touchdowns. Picks at 13's a little high, but tremendous play from the offensive line, only letting him get sacked 19 times. Sony Michel was all right, even though he didn't break 1,000 yards, 960 and 12. For the wide receivers, N'Keal Harry has been a monster, a legitimate wide receiver 1, 86 catches, 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns, 1,007 for Trent Taylor. Bushman, as a rookie, that must have just shattered all rookie tight end records, 93 catches, 992 yards, 10 touchdowns. Hollywood Higgins was okay. James White was pretty dynamic out the backfield. Juwan Bentley leading the team with 99 tackles, 7 TFLs, 3 sacks, and a pick. 11 sacks from Hightower, 6.5 from Vinovich, as well as 22 TFLs. Got himself into the Pro Bowl. Bennett and Van Noy were also solid. So our small front, our very undersized front, did very well. Gilmore, 3 picks. Melifon with 2. Chung with 2. Interceptions were slightly up. Yearly Awards MVP went to Ezekiel Elliott, with Tua Tagovailoa coming in at number 4. Coach of the Year went to Anthony Lynn again. AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Andrew Luck, with Tua Tagovailoa coming in at 7. Defensive Player of the Year went to Mike Hilton. We had no one on the defensive side of the ball. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Tua Tagovailoa. Matt Bushman at 2. And on the defensive side, Christian Fulton got the award, and Zuniga coming in at number 9. So we have some great individual success in the turnover year, transitionary year from Tom Brady. All is well. All is okay with the New England Patriots. And if this happens in real life, I'm pretty sure you're going to have a lot of frustrated football fans. Everyone's just kind of hoping that when Tom Brady retires, Belichick's going to follow with them, and it's going to be a nice little down period, a little bit of changing of the guard in the AFC. But we're not having that one damn bit here, even though Bill Belichick has the lights turned off, because he's just getting ready to go in. Indy, Colts, Patriots, it's a big rivalry. Stomp them in Gillette. Let's see what Tua can do in the sim. All right, can the Patriots get the job done with Tua in the sim? We couldn't get it with Tom Brady, so why not? Tua Tagovailoa, maybe. Maybe not. It's not the Patriots offense we're familiar with, only getting 3 points, and now we're down to the Colts trailing. But I don't think Andrew Luck wants to get a shootout with all the big-time playmakers we have. I like our offense more than I like the Colts offense. I think the Colts defense, Darius Leonard and those guys are better than our defense. But we got a lead right now. If we could build this lead, a touchdown here would be huge. And we got no points in the red zone. How? I know that's like one thing with this sim. I don't understand how many times people go in the red zone and don't get any points. We get a touchdown though. Have a 3-point lead at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Colts are able to get a field goal to tie it up. We have the ball. 2 minutes to go. Okay. Touchdown is over. Touchdown is over. 2 minutes. We can stop Andrew Luck. 2 minutes. We can stop Andrew Luck. We cannot stop Andrew Luck. But we go all the way down the field with Tua. And 2 times we've gone in the red zone and not get any points on the board. That is absolutely unexcusable. We deserve to lose. There was 2 times in that game we were in the red zone. And do we have 2 missed field goals? If we have missed field goals, I'm getting rid of this kicker. Kicking. So Gostowski shanked one. I'm blaming the kicker on that one. I mean, our offense did the job. We got in the red zone twice. I don't know what happened one of the 2 times, but one of them, Gostowski missed probably a 30-40 yarder. Tua was great. That's so annoying. I'm cutting him. His ass is gone. Gostowski sucks. So right before we get into the offseason, gotta show this. Tua has unlocked Superstar X Factor by getting Offensive Rookie of the Year. So because he is a cannon arm quarterback, I assume we're going to be able to get Bazooka. He's going to follow very similar career path or trajectory, at least in terms of development, as a Patrick Mahomes. So, I mean, out with the old, in with the new. We lose the Superstar X Factor in Brady, and in just 1 year, we gain one back in Tua. Looking at contracts, we're actually going to spend a decent amount of money because we have a whole lot of salary cap. So first up, we got Samson Ebukam, pretty much a perfect fit for a Patriots offense. Even though he's not a scheme fit for an outside linebacker, I think he'd be good. No more Gostowski, I told you. Don't want it. We'll get Lutz. Solomon Thomas, I think he's a perfect reclamation project for Bill Belichick's defense. He's been There's been an outcast for the 49ers as a D end. So we'll get him and convert him to a D tackle. And then Poona Ford, more of a scheme fit at D tackle. Got some good youth to him as well. For a year 2 draft class, so I still don't have my 2021 of real draft class players ready, as I ripped off the top of the video. Should be ready for next rebuild. If I should, I mean like 95%. So here is just more randoms. I didn't really make anyone a real player because our draft wasn't that great. We didn't have our first round pick, so we had to get to a Tagovailoa. But we got some nice role players. For a second round, first pick for us, we got Miles Bickett from Buffalo, 69. He was top 100 player. This one was a little bit of a honeypot. He looked really good. I thought for sure he might be like a 70. Keshawn Farmer from East Carolina. He's a 64 normal. So, he still wasn't a terrible pick. 4th round, we got Terrell Cheeks, 65 safety. 5th round, we got Oliver Whitaker, a 68 right tackle. We don't really need a whole lot of depth at tackle, but Whitaker and Russell. This Russell guy ended up being like 28 in true talent. We got him in like the almost 200. Sammy Russell from Temple. Obviously the 91 strength. So he had a high bench press, but he was just really good across the board. And he's going to be versatile. He's like, what is he, 330? I mean, we might be able to slide him in to one of the guard spots. I'm probably going to do that right now. I mean, in reality, it'd be like a swing tackle. But for right now, we need to get a little bit younger. We put him at left guard just in case Joe Tooney starts to regress just a little bit. Whiffed on a guard pick. Vance, he's probably going to get cut. But we got a nice little fullback there. Petrowski, I knew with a name like that, he was going to be okay. And he was a 69. Again, another player. I think he was top 50 in true talent, getting him in the 7th round. Year 3, we're rocking with an 80 overall, 89 offense. Still very top heavy as we try to balance things out On the defensive side of the ball, we got Mr. Superstar X Factor himself and Tua Tagovailoa. In terms of supporting cast, Bushman got a star. Everyone on the offensive line is a star. Ezra Cleveland fills in. Well, I mean, he kind of did at the end of the last season, but now he's an outright starter at right tackle. Offensive line is one of the best in the league. Our offense is one of the best in the league. Defensively, though, still a work in progress. We got Solomon Thomas, who will be our D tackle. Actually, I think he's still classified as a D, and I'll just to make it easier for the scheme fits and stuff like that, we'll officially make him a defensive tackle. To go along with that, on the defensive ends, we got Chase Vinovich, who is a star dev, and Zuniga, we're still working on developing him. Gilmore's still 95, J.C. Jackson 81. Joanne Williams is developing. Maybe we can get him up into the 80s. We need to see some development from these linebackers. We brought over Ulysses Gilbert III. Came over as a free agent from the Steelers. We've talked about him before on the channel. His stats are crazy for a user. Hopefully he can develop as a CPU type development. Dawson and Melifonwu at safety need some development from those two guys as well on the back end. But overall, even though it says our defense is an 81, okay, maybe just classifying Solomon Thomas as a D tackle made that happen. But you know, we got an okay defense. I think we have a pretty, I don't want to say safe avenue, but a legit shot to make it 3 straight divisional titles. We're here week 10 of year number 3, 6-2. The rest of the division is absolute butt cheeks, so cakewalk in the AFC East. Sorry, that's what it is. It is what it is. Contracts, what do we got here? So we got Stephon Gilmore, still superstar, he's yet to regress, so 1-year deal, $16 million, very expensive. He wants even more money. We're probably going to pay it because he still is one of the best corners, if not top 3 corner in the game. Sony Michel has earned himself a new contract. Isaiah Wynn, franchise tackle, has earned himself a new contract. Wow, it is so much easy to wheel and deal with no Tom Brady contract looming over it. We'll come back with Jawan Bentley. Higgins actually earned a star dev with us a couple weeks ago, achieving a goal, so that's good. We got him locked up. Melifonwu's been solid, 3 years, $9 million. That's not too bad. Duke Dawson has been solid at free safety. He only wants a 1-year deal. They continue to grow and develop. I mean, we don't really need depth at slot wide receiver. We already have that. So, yeah, we will come back to the table on Jawan Bentley and Stephon Gilmore, retain our own, and still have a lot of money to spend and improve the team in the offseason going into year 4. As year 3 has come to a conclusion, and we get a brand new ability unlocked for Mr. Tua Tagovailoa, which was pocket lead. Passers with ability have an extended range on all unpressured precision passing throws from the pocket. That's a lot of peas, popping the peas. We got the bye. We got the first round bye. This team has not missed a damn beat without Tom Brady. That is, let me get my notes here because I have a big spreadsheet. Year 3. Div title yet again. 3 straight divisional titles. Tua Tagovailoa, mother of God. 4,900 passing yards, first in the league. 51 passing touchdowns, first in the league. 10 picks. That should be an MVP. 970 and 11 from Sony Michel is great. 92 catches, 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns for N'Keal Harry. 82 catches, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, Trent Taylor. 102 catches, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, Matt Bushman. 60 for 530 and 10 for Hollywood Higgins. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Jawan Bentley, 114 tackles, 14 TFLs. We got 9 sacks, 16 TFLs from Chase Vinovich. Solomon Thomas, pretty decent as well. 15 TFLs, 4.5 sacks as he tries to re-salvage his career. 3 picks, Stephon Gilmore. Got him signed up for a 1-year deal. At least we have him for another season. Melifonwu continues to be fairly productive. Come on, give me the MVP. There you go. Tua Tagovailoa is your 2021 league MVP. Not surprised one bit. Coach of the year goes to Bill Belichick. Not surprised. Offensive player of the year because he get 51 touchdowns is Tua Tagovailoa. Defensive player of the year went to Von Miller. We had no one. Offensive rookie of the year. We had our fullback who actually made the Pro Bowl as well. Petrowski at number 9. The rest of our rookies, I don't think we even drafted anyone on the defensive side of the ball. So after the 50 bomb from Tua, we have a first round bye in the playoffs, and we take on in the divisional round the one team you never want to see in a sim, the Chargers. And they're 8-8. That's like the most dangerous thing. From Madden 19, Madden 18 for sure. That 500 Chargers playoff team, unstoppable. We don't have a chance. I guarantee you saw Tua got 51 touchdowns in the regular season. He's going to get none in the sim here. I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. Here we go in the divisional round against the 8-8 Chargers. 51 touchdowns for Tua Tagovailoa. Can they get the job? I feel like they should be able to get the job done, but you never know. We jump out to a 10-0 lead. Chargers get a touchdown. They have all the momentum to close out the first half and get the lead. And there's a turnover in the red zone from our 51 touchdown quarterback, and we are getting fucking skunked. Oh, why is it the same every year? Every year. I knew I should have played this game. Every year. 8-8 Chargers, man. Doesn't fucking fail. Bullshit. Something crazy is going on. So I'm looking here, right? I'm just like looking through all these players. You might be saying, C4, why are you looking at all your quarterbacks? You just want to see how ridiculous it was that Tua didn't beat the Chargers in the sim? No. Because what I'm double checking is after retiring, as I go to the free agents, Tom Brady came out of retirement. He is back here as a quarterback. I have never seen that. Not gonna lie, kind of cool, but weird. Very weird. I don't know if anyone else has seen this yet. Very weird. So as we get ready for year 4, we're going all in a little bit here in free agency because this move actually kind of makes sense. I think if Von Miller hits the free agent market after leaving the Broncos, the Patriots seem like a perfect spot for Von Miller. And then we're also going to go in at Lorenzo Carter. Obviously, we're not going to get 2 left outside linebackers to play the same position. We'll get one of them to flip to the opposing side and take over for a aging and regressing Dante Hightower. As we come out of the year 3 draft, going into year 4, very solid draft. Yet again, with a 65 as a benchmark, we hit on our first 4 picks. We got Denard Wilder from Wisconsin, free safety, just a 70 normal. Fairly solid. Second round, we got a 67 wide receiver, Jacoby Cummings from Mass. So we're staying in state, but 6'3", 230 with 91 speed. Not bad. 93 jumping as well. Third round, we got Ben Bernal. This is actually probably the best value pick as we do need depth at D tackle. And he comes in at a 70 overall with 90 strength. Fourth round, we got Lyle Collier, who probably is going to be, more so of a defensive end in this scheme. But he's a 69 overall. Collier from South Carolina. You got a 62 linebacker. Kind of whiffed here on Stephen Fox, 59 overall. But here was the best value pick. Usually I find in every draft there's a UDFA on the O-line that gets above 35 in the bench press. Always draft that guy. We got Warren Terra from Iowa State, 6'8", 230, 68 overall with 93 strength. So that is a very nice developmental tackle for a solid draft class. So year 4 is kicking off. We have a very good team, 87 overall on the offense in terms of changes. So we got Trent Taylor, somehow got a superstar dev trade. Don't know when that came, but cool. We'll take that out the slot. We also have a superstar X Factor in N'Keal Harry, who has been just a monster, man. Absolute monster. 97 catching, everything that they wanted to be. We all star devs on the offensive line. Bushman, outstanding. It's the best offense in the National Football League. Defensively, it's been a work in progress, but we're starting to get it. Chase Vinovich has developed into a superstar X Factor as well. He's up to an 85 overall. J.C. Jackson's developing. Joejuan Williams is into the 80s. We brought in Von Miller. We spent some big money to shore up the outside linebackers here, Lorenzo Carter and Von Miller. Hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of pressure on opposing quarterbacks. So I firmly expected to make it 4 for 4 in terms of AFC East titles. And hopefully we don't run into a 8-8 Chargers team yet again in the playoffs. Point of year 4 coming off a very frustrating week 10 defeat to the 6. They were 6-2. Now they're 7-2 Cincinnati Bengals, who for whatever reason in the sim play really, really well. Don't know why that's the case, but we are 6-3. Again, not really that competitive of the East. I mean, technically against the Jets and Bills, if we tank the rest of the season, there's a chance, but I feel fairly confident we'll be able to dominate down the stretch. We'll spend that XP later. You guys don't need to see that, but we need to see some contracts. And first up, N'Keal Harry, that superstar X Factor. He wants to get paid his big contract. We got him locked up. Stephon Gilmore on a 1-year deal, just shy of 15 mil. Got him locked up. Joe Tooney, 29, starting to get up there in age a little bit, but has yet to regress, so we'll come back to the table with him. Chase Vinovich is also a superstar X Factor. He wants to get paid. Thank God we have a lot of money to spend. We've been very conscientious. We haven't really splurged until really last year bringing in Von Miller. So we're able to retain a lot of these guys, which is going to be pretty good, even though we're kind of on a cold streak here coming to negotiations. Come on, Joejuan. Fuck off. Well, Solomon Thomas, 80 star, 2-year deal. Kiss my ass. Duke Dawson, star dev, 1-year deal. Thank you. Thank you. Someone. Ulysses Gilbert actually has played fairly well for our team in the sim. So we got him. We got to come back to the table with a lot of these guys. Don't want to lose them. So I'll let you guys know if any of these guys say, nah, I'm not signing them, going to free agency. But I feel confident we'll be able to get these deals done. Year 4, we make the playoffs, and it's not as annoying as the 12-4 Bengals, who actually beat us the last time we were talking, who are 12-4 and also are in the wild card. But 10-6, still good enough to make it 4 straight div titles, which I feel like we've won a lot of divisional titles here in our rebuild so far to kick off Madden 20. Look at that stats. Tua, still first in everything. First in passing yards, first in touchdowns, even though it is a dip in production from last year. There's a chance you get MVP yet again. So Michelle was okay. N'Keal Harry was dominant. Trent Taylor, phenomenal in the slot. Bushman was really good as well. We got a lot of production there, though. Defensively, Juwan Bentley's been a tackle machine. Sacks are up. 14 sacks. 12 TFLs from Von Miller. 12 sacks from Chase Vinovich. Picks could be a little bit better, but I'm not going to complain. Not going to nitpick. Yearly awards MVP, Tua Tagovailoa, back-to-back MVPs in the National Football League. That is outstanding. Back-to-back Offensive Player of the Year awards as well. Defensive Player of the Year went to Myles Garrett, with Von Miller coming in at number 5. So some good individual success here in year 4. Doesn't matter if we go 1 and done in the playoffs yet again. Because of how this team is built, I'm not probably, unless we make the Super Bowl this year, probably not going to play any games because we still are going to be incredibly dominant next season. But hopefully we can get a couple dubs here in the sim, and it starts with a wild card game against the Bengals. Come on. We have the best quarterback in football by a mile. Our defense, we brought in Von Miller. That got to be enough to get us lead. And it's against a team that never does anything in the playoffs of the Bengals. Have some sort of analytics behind the scenes, under the hood, that just have the Bengals suck in the playoffs. So we're looking pretty good right now, jumping out to a 21-0 lead at halftime. Cincinnati starts out pretty good in the second half. A touchdown here would nuke all that momentum. I should feel fairly confident that we could see this one out in the fourth quarter with a 3-touchdown lead. Kick the field goal, make it 31-10. It's not utterly dominant, but looks like a fairly dominant performance here from the Patriots, winning by 24, getting our first playoff victory in the Tua era. He played very well, 310 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Whoa! That's why they made it. They had Brady as their quarterback. Well, that is ridiculous. I'm glad that happened, at least. If Brady's going to be that guy come out of retirement and go to Cincinnati, I'm glad that we're able to come out here and smoke them. 113 yards and a tutty from Sony Michel, N'Keal Harry, James White out the backfield. I mean, he's a guy well, like Chris Collinsworth there, but much like Julian Edelman, James White, he's all about playoffs. Big-time player, performer in the playoffs. We got 2 sacks from Von Miller, a pick from Stephon Gilmore as we're moving on to the AFC divisional round. Next up, going against the 1 seed, the Colts, 13-3. We start off with a opening drive touchdown, a team that the Patriots historically have had great success against in the playoffs, and it looks like this season is going to be no different. Jumping into a 17-0 lead, Colts are able to pull one back, but then we also get a touchdown. Okay, high scoring end to the first half, 24-14, 27-14. We have a 1-touchdown lead as we enter the fourth quarter. Come on, we're playing with, and now we're down by 1. And now we're up by 2 with 3 minutes to go. Okay. And now we got a 99-yard drive to close this game out. And we didn't do it. And we're going to lose. For sure we're going to lose. Oh, they get a turnover. They get a turnover? What? I don't even know how that happened. They got a turnover when they were in scoring position. And just like that, even though Andrew Luck had an outstanding game, we are going to the AFC Championship. Tua, no turnovers, wasn't his finest performance, but didn't put the team and offense in bad positions. 100 yards to Sony Michel. He's been outstanding this playoff run. N'Keal Harry, 9 catches, 133 yards, and a touchdown. James White, another touchdown. Defensively, we got the sack from Von Miller and Ulysses Gilbert. Got a sack and a pick as we are going to the championship. I might have said I wasn't going to play any games. I'm playing this game. We're not going to let the Chargers beat us. Revenge. It's all about revenge. 11-5. They're pretty. Let's get the overalls here. Let's see. I'll just play the offense, actually. Keep it somewhat fair because everyone knows I'm a creme de la creme of defense. And there we go. It's that weird glitch where whatever team, it feels like, because I stopped with Von Miller, it feels like whatever team, Leighton Vander Esch, Von Miller, and J.J. Watt are always free agents. Always just keep an eye on. when you play in deep in the playoffs, if one of those guys, once they become free agents, if their team's deep in the playoffs, I feel like there's some sort of game mechanics, surprise mechanics that boost those teams and have them be OP in the sim. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's a little bit of a tinfoil hat theory. Either way, Chargers going to get this smoke. Oh, let's go. Sony Michel. Excellent running. We're 2 on the clock. I'm not having any chance of this Chargers team of beating us first and goal. C4 special to Mr. Sony Michel. One thing I do want to be aware of, because I remember from the Raiders, is if Derwin James gets in the X Factor, just don't let him tackle you because he's going to make you fumble for sure. Michel takes the C4 special in. Big time score on the opening drive for the Patriots. Oh, Sony Michel hits the hole. Able to stiff arm his way. He's been sensational. Over 100 yards on the ground. Who needs Tua? Don't show our hand. So we're going to be waiting the winner of Green Bay, Carolina. Don't show what we're going to plan to do with Tua. Let Sony control the game here. 3rd and 9. We go to Trent Taylor. Makes the one-handed catch as the Patriots go up 14-zip. Oh, and James White takes it in. That should, I mean, we still got a quarter to play. It's still the Chargers, but that should be the dagger in this game. All right, let's walk away with the victory. 21-7. We're able to see this one out, get to our first playoffs. It's not a Super Bowl or bust. That's still year 4, but it'd be very nice to win a Super Bowl this year, and then we have no pressure of making this a rebuild that ends up in a utter failure. At the end of this game, barely threw the ball. I just wanted to run it, chew the clock on, not have any opportunity for the Chargers to cheese us, because you saw what happened. Once you start throwing the ball, you have an opportunity for them to cheese us. 122 yards, touchdown at pick for Tua. Just ran the ball. James White, 60 yards and a touchdown. Look at those. Look at that yards per carry. 10.3, 7.5. Sony Michel gets the game ball. Been our best player throughout this playoff run. 100%. Defensively, sack from Solomon Thomas. Pick from J.C. Jackson as we represent the AFC for the Super Bowl. And in the Super Bowl 38 rematch. The Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. We're going to get in on this game because it's not Super Bowl bust. We'll just play offense. Look at the what are we dealing with here? What are we talking about for the Panthers? They have 3 X factors in McCaffrey, Kuechly, and Cam. 2 superstars in Brian Burns and DJ Moore. You know, I got some good players. But you know, push comes to shove. I don't think Cam Newton has what it takes to win the Super Bowl, be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I just don't see it. Everyone remembers not diving on the fumble against the Broncos. That's gonna haunt him for the rest of his life. Oh, not a matchup you think we'd take advantage of. Luke Kuechly on Bushman, but Bushman got the better of him on the opening drive. Patriots up 7-zip. Throw it away. Oh, Bushman gets in it, and we can, with an extra point, tie this one up at 20. Hopefully our defense can get a stop, but we can win this with the final drive of the game. Is that throw animation so bad? Like my offensive line was unbelievable down the stretch. We've given up 8 sacks. It is so bad right now, dudes. Oh, and there's just the fucking 100th sack of the game. Going OT. Going to OT. Do we deserve to win in overtime? Absolutely not with how bad this offensive line has played. We get the first time, though. Go down, score a touchdown. It's all good. I'm done, dude, with these X Factors. I'm very close to turning off X Factors. If you have the fumble X Factor, you're gonna force fumbles every time at an unrealistic rate. Garbage. Absolute garbage, dude. The offseason, because he sacked us 6 times in the fucking playoffs. We're getting Brian Burns. No matter what, give me. I can't exceed whatever. I'm gonna exceed whatever the fuck. I'm gonna exceed whatever I want because he's coming on my team. Draft. I made our draft board up. I didn't actually physically pick some of these guys, but let's see what we got. So the 5th round. These guys are garbage. 5th round. We got a 64 normal linebacker. We got a 67 normal tackle, 69 normal wide receiver, 66 normal middle linebacker, and I made actually 1 pick. And Spencer McKenzie was a 70 overall. Scheme fits, should be. He's a 3-4 D end. So yeah, good draft, but I still can't get over that Super Bowl, man. How can an offensive line that's that good give up that many sacks? Makes no sense. It's like it was predetermined. Survive, Super Bowl or bust. I am very annoyed right now, so we better win. Tua's 98 superstar, N'Keal Harry's 97 superstar. Trent Taylor has got up into a superstar dev trait, which is pretty good. Don't know why he doesn't have Slot-O-Matic, but okay. Bushman's up to a superstar, sorry, at tight end. Our offensive line should be absolutely just disgusted with how badly they played, but we went out and got them Brian Burns. He's the man that single-handedly destroyed our team last year. So for that, you switch over Von Miller to the opposing side. We actually brought in Taylor Rapp as well at strong safety. So we got all the cards ready to dominate. Maybe, we got a team that can go undefeated, to be completely honest with you, but it's all about how is the sim and the AI get to play in the Super Bowl if we get there again. Bring it to you live here in the regular season because we are 14-0 right now. We have 2 games. Of course, the Chargers are here. That could stop us from going 16-0. We also have the Jets, who are all, let's be honest. Every other team in the AFC East has been complete garbage in this rebuild. But I feel like if we get past this Chargers, we can go 16-0. Oh, 27-24. This is like one of those things. Are we going to sit our, let's just do it. Let's just do it. We could get 16-0. 6-7-2 Jets. The funniest thing would be a tie at this point. But let's see. Can we get a perfect 16-0 season? And we do. A perfect 16-0. Gonna write that. Oh my God. Let's go. I want to sound super hype. My team is a powerhouse. I have a 2-time MVP. 16-0. The Patriots have done it again. Tua, someone beat him in his stats. He was second in yards and touchdowns, 4,600 yards, 43 touchdowns to 6 picks, 1,200 yards, 13 tutties. Sony Michel, N'Keal Harry's been outstanding. 93 catches, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, 950 and 7 for Trent Taylor, 913 from Matt Bushman. Defensively, Jawan Bentley, 96 tackles, 13.5 sacks. Von Miller, 11 sacks for Brian Burns. Put it in perspective, Brian Burns got half of his sacks in the Super Bowl last year. 5 picks, J.C. Jackson, who had more passing yards than me. This asshole, Ronnie Harper. Whatever, we beat you. You couldn't stop us from going 16-0. Yearly awards, I feel like Tua probably should have got it for going 16-0, but maybe that's just me being biased. Coach of the year, clearly it was going to be Bill Belichick. Offensive player of the year, Tua is a runner-up. Defensive player of the year went to Myles Garrett. And no one on our team actually even made that short list, but we went 16-0 last year. In Madden 19, we only had one 16-0. It was the Dwayne Haskins rebuild with the Steelers. We didn't win the Super Bowl. I remember that. So we have that going for us. I don't care what this "can I speak to the manager" haircut chick has to say. I'm ready for the playoffs. Farmer gets 1 point. We got the 9-7 Titans. Let's get it. Oh, come on. Opening drive. Sony Michel punches it in. Not messing around here, boy. Another touchdown. We're going to stomp. I'm going to put 50 bomb on. I'm mad now. I'm pissed. I feel like we could probably sim this one out at this point. You have to get me to get back in this game. I'm going to be very upset. There we go. Offense not really pulling ahead here, to be honest with you. But enough to just skimp by. Undefeated. Moving to 17-0. John Gruden looks very weird as a Tennessee Titans head coach. But just like that, we are going back to the AFC Championship game. Controlled the ball, ran the ball well. Tua's fine. Let's go. Not worried about it. I am really not worried about getting back to the Super Bowl. Lions, Rams, doesn't matter who we're playing. We're going 19-0. Oh, Sony Michel. Sony Michel, ladies and gentlemen. Just straight up putting on the burners. Feel like Dree Archer from like Madden 17 running back there with him. Hollywood. Big touchdown. Hollywood Higgins hasn't showed up yet since we've been playing, but comes on when it counts in the championship game. Who's got his X factor? First and goal on the 6. Who wants it? Who wants it? No one wants it. And I've been told by people in position of power that the throwing motion is, you should know if you pay attention, but the throwing animations in this game are very powerful. And no matter how stacked Tua is, he has a bad throwing motion, a slow throwing motion, so he's always got to kind of have that going against him. But we'll overcome the odds here and at least get another opportunity for a Super Bowl. All right, let's sim this one out. We did enough to get the job done. Barely. Again, go to the sim and it starts screwing us again. 18-0. Knocking out the, that's a good battle. That's a good battle. Tua Tagovailoa, Lamar Jackson. And knowing that Lamar Jackson can't scramble, I mean, the Baltimore Ravens were kind of at a disadvantage. We all played very, very well, though. Sonny Michel gets another game ball because, heaven forbid, I could just skip all that nonsense as the stupid pictures. 2 or 3 touchdowns. Look, Lamar had a great game, but Sonny Michel game ball. Tua played too damn well as we play either the Lions or the Rams in the Super Bowl. Opening drive of the Super Bowl, 19-0 history on the line. And on the opening drive, Tua to Trent Taylor, Pat 6. Oh, N'Keal Harry just dusts his man out the line of scrimmage. Is able to get us back in the lead here, 14-7. Hopefully we can shut them out till half. Oh! Cummings, let's go. So am I. I'm simming this one out, man. Let's put some respect on this team. We got dusted in the Super Bowl last year by some cheese on the Panthers. Then we came in, made another run, and just the much better team. And we made history. Just like that. Tua Tagovailoa comes in. Okay, so this has been easily the craziest rebuild we've had. Maybe in the last 2 years. Let's just run it down what happened. So we had Tom Brady in the playoffs, one and done, very un-Tom Brady-ish. He retires after year 1. We draft Tua Tagovailoa after giving up 2 first-round picks. Tua develops into a superstar X Factor, 2-time NFL MVP. Then randomly, year 3, Tom Brady comes out of retirement, signs with the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that we had to beat in the first round of the playoffs, a Brady-Tua big-time battle. They go to the Super Bowl. Year 4, our offensive line, best offensive line in the league, gives up, I think it was 11 sacks, 5 sacks to Brian Burns. So then going into year 5, not only do we sign Brian Burns so that he can no longer can smoke us, but we get him added to the defense alongside Von Miller. We go 16-0 in the regular season, win the Super Bowl, perfect 19-0, never been done before. As Tua Tagovailoa, 350 yards, 4 touchdowns, Super Bowl MVP till his name. This rebuild had everything in it. And the only thing that makes me feel gross is that we did this all with the Patriots because, like all you guys out there, I am absolutely sick and tired of seeing the Patriots win everything. But it's a rebuild. It was a very interesting rebuild with the New England Patriots. We had a lot of their homegrown talent develop into something special, like N'Keal Harry and Chase Vinovich. Matt Bushman was outstanding. Trent Taylor as a slot wide receiver. He's cheese as hell in the sim. So we got the job done. Super Bowl title, another win. I think we're 4-1 right now for Super Bowls to just not winning anything. The only one that sucked was obviously our first one with the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray. And we'll probably have to redo that one once they patch the sim and scrambling quarterbacks actually scramble. But that is a big dub. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know in the comment section below what team you want to see me rebuild next. There should be a rebuild coming out Wednesday, and then we'll get back to one on Wednesday, one on Saturday for the rest of the summer. Also, I made a poll asking you guys what kind of content you want to see. And you guys want to see multi-video realistic rebuilds. So those would be 10-year rebuilds. I'm thinking 2 episodes breaking into 2 5 years per team. What's going to make it realistic is, while we keep these rebuilds, all our rebuilds are fairly realistic. We're not making dumb trades, trading for Khalil Mack and Julio Jones every single time. But we always have the year 5 where we can just spend like ridiculous amount of money in free agency. Doesn't really make it super realistic, does it? To the T anyways, versus a more methodical, longer process video, which I feel like it'd be pretty fun to do. And gives us a lot more rebuild content on the channel. I don't know if those are going to start next week, maybe, just because right now I think I need a 3rd series to throw in with the realistic rebuild, or with the rebuilds and with the Raiders franchise. And we're going to be starting up streaming very, very soon. I just got to order up a webcam. Hopefully it'll be here late next week because I got the green screen already. Maybe we'll do some pink slips. I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you're hyped that we got a 19-0. Maybe not with the Patriots. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit when you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent.